whole lot. Everything. I want all the I's dotted, all the T's crossed.
No, at least
I'm not taking any risks.
Okay, well, in
I
that
don't
case,
want to
you'll keep
assume
July and
anything.
beyond.
And I certainly
If I were you,
don't...
I'd send your people down to the 17th, and then,
It's the first
I expect
time
I'll
like these.
Oh, gotta go.
Did you hear what Paul Critchley said? I'm thinking the worst things about the people closest to me.
I'm dealing with it. How is Catherine?
Do you think it's her?
No, I don't know. I fixed up a 10-minute slot for you on the Today programme tomorrow morning at 8:10. You and Catherine.
That's going to be difficult.
It's perfect. A great double act.
Tomorrow morning between 8 and 8:30, the Prime Minister is having breakfast with the President of Nefada Leger.
Where?
Father Leger, you're being briefed on it this afternoon.
Does he speak English?
Well, he may do.
I can give you 5 minutes at 8:50.
We know very little about him.
No, sorry, that's no good.
Well, I've got 7 translators lined up, so we've got all the bases covered.
The Today programme's still on the air at 8:50.
He's called Ezekiel Masindi.
By which time it's lost 3/5 of its audience.
You're rather missing the point.
He established democratic elections in his country after years of military dictatorship.
Look, she pops out, the Foreign Secretary keeps him talking, she'll be back in before he notices she's gone.
The diary is flexible when it has to be. It's not something we like taken for granted.
He introduced land rights for the vast majority of ordinary people, which meant they were no longer at the mercy of drug barons and warlords. He's a very courageous man. Meeting the British Prime Minister is a big thing for him. It's a diplomatic pat on the shoulder.
She wants to cut it short.
Well, how long does it take to pat someone on the shoulder?
I want you to find out who it was who talked to Raphael.
How?
I don't know, but I want you to do it. And when you do, I'm going to set a rocket off up their arse in public.
I wouldn't do it in public.
Nothing's done lightly. Everything's done with great deliberation. And Catherine and I don't see eye to eye on this. And I know her opinion reflects that of a certain number of people in this country, and I take that very seriously.
Now you see, what are you going to do?
I want to take people with me. I don't want to bully people into it, like we were bullied into going to war with Iraq.
You see, Mrs. Pritchard, a professional politician would never say what you just said, because inevitably it leads to the question, who's in charge, you or the Chancellor?
I couldn't do this job without Catherine Walker. I couldn't do this job without any number of people. And I'm not ashamed to say that. As long as I can rely on the talent and the commitment of the people I have around me, I think it's a strength, not a weakness.
Yes, but unfortunately the commitment of someone close to you is in question, isn't it?
One person, yes, it would appear to be.
What are you going to do about it?
I'm going to find out who it is. And when I do, I'm going to deal with it in an appropriate manner.
Did you really run off home to Eatanswill dressed as a postman on the night you won the election?
Well, yes, I did.
Dressed as a postman?
Yes, sort of. I borrowed a post office worker's jacket from the sorting office at the back of the Ministry of Defence. Well, it was cold, you see. And I took it back afterwards.
Oh, that's all right then, Prime Minister.
What are you waiting for? A sign? A symbol? A flash of light?
Maybe.
If you don't do it today, soon, you risk losing a lot of goodwill from a lot of people who have voted for you. You can't be seen to be this indecisive. Sorry, but you can't.
Prime Minister, there's been an incident outside President Masindi's hotel. Can we go into your office?
What's happened?
Not here. President Masindi's wife and his 3 daughters. They were leaving their hotel in Russell Square, going on a sightseeing trip apparently, when they were shot at. They're all dead.
No.
It was a professional hit job. Masked gunmen, a stolen van.
God.
When?
Within the last quarter of an hour.
Masked gunmen?
It's not clear who they are yet, but I assume it's like I told you yesterday. There are some very powerful and very evil people in his country who don't like the fact that he's given democratic rights and legal protection to a lot of ordinary people.
His entire family? Somebody's going to have to tell him.
Yes.
Not me.
I think so. You are the most senior person here. Furthermore, it's happened on British soil. It is your responsibility.
Now?
You have to. It's hit the media.
How'd you tell somebody something like that?
I don't know, Ross.
I should go and ask him to join me.
Is there anything you want me to do?
Find out where they're taking the bodies.